How are you? All good? All good on your end,
Life is
Steve?
good.
Huh?
Listen, Jersey's good. Life is good. We got a new series. We're starting on public television. Sorry for promoting, but PBS.
Come on, State of Affairs. State of Affairs. Is this different from one-on-one now, Steve?
It's State of Affairs. It's a brand new series called State of Affairs with Steve Adubato, interviewing all the candidates for governor. Start with Phil Murphy this weekend on NJTV, WNET, WHYY, FiOS. I was actually doing another promotional hit this morning. What do I get asked this morning by one of your good friends, another broadcaster who loves you, says to me, Steve, are you going to be interviewing Joe Piscopo? And I say, if Joe, my good friend, one of the great broadcasters around, great personalities, makes the move, it makes State of Affairs official if, in fact, we interview Joe. Joe makes the move, I bet we're the first ones he actually comes and sits down with.
But see, you're kind enough to come on the show. You're kind enough, you sit in for us occasionally, and so I feel guilty when people, other media outlets call, and my buddy Meg Baker from CBS, and then News 12, who we love, of course, when they call, they say, can we interview you? What do I think? I actually say, hold on, let me check out, because I have to check with Steve Adubato first. I swear to God. I swear to goodness. So, but you want to see if you're committed. You're just interviewing people once they announce that they're running, correct, Mr. Adubato?
So if I sit down with you on State of Affairs, all you're going to do is tell me, listen, if I were to run, here are the things I would do.
Yeah, okay.
New Jersey's off track.
Great.
Here's what I think should be happening.
Great.
But I've got these career decisions. I've got some economic issues in my personal life I got to take care of.
Yeah.
I could run as an independent. Joe, I need you to make the decision. People are waiting to see what you're going to do, Joe.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because if I don't jump in, Steve, and I say that, I just objectively say, if I don't jump in, it's going to be one of the most boring races ever known to man. I swear to goodness, man. It's too regular. There's no juice to this thing, man. Well, but that's not why I'm going in. I'm going in because I think I could work with both sides, because everybody's far left, everybody's far right. You need somebody, and I always use the expression to Henry Kissinger, this whole thing down in Trenton, Stephen.
Put it this way. I will not criticize the candidates who are running, because that's not my job. My job is to press them hard on issues
nor
I. Like pension, how you can deal with the pension crisis, property taxes, school funding, climate control, which I just, heard you guys talking about. The bottom, and by the way, clearly you have scientific experts there with Frank and Al. I know they had meatball. What was it? Meatball Thursday yesterday. They're scientists as well.
Anthony's coal-fired pizza.
Yeah, exactly. I love that. So, but here's the thing. The bottom line is, you would make it interesting. These other people are interesting candidates too. But the bottom line is, the state of affairs of these issues impacts the lives of New Jerseyans. What President Trump and the Republican Congress do on Obamacare, the Affordable Care Act, impacts people in the state. I'm not saying whether I think it's right or wrong what they're doing, but it is going to impact people's lives. And you, Joe Piscopo, have a responsibility. If you jump into this race, you're going to be saying whether you think that's right or wrong, or what you think should be done. And that's a good thing, because that's one thing about you. I got to say this. I was reading all these articles about you, because there's a lot of speculation. You're not a name caller. You don't get into that vitriolic nastiness. You have strong views, but you are not a name caller. You are not a flamethrower, and that's one really good thing about you.
I'm not. Matter of fact, everybody running, and I say it'll be more exciting if I go in, only because of my baggage, I think, Steve, frankly. I mean,
baggage? I'm sorry, what would you be referring to? I'm sorry. I was reading Charlie Stiles' article today in the Record at the New York Times the other day. By the way, what they said about Al, I did not like. Al, how did they refer to you again?
Burley. That's good.
Burley, I disagree with. I think he's looking svelte. I was looking.
No, husky. I like husky.
No, I think he meant strapping.
Fat. He meant fat. That's what he meant.
No, that's not what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But I would say your background, Joe, you ready for this?
Yes,
when
sir.
you get asked, I'm not your media advisor, because it would be a conflict. We're friends, and I'd have to press you on the issues.
And I'd have to pay you.
When asked about your background,
and you'd have to get paid by the station, which would be a first, Steve.
I would not get paid by you, and clearly not by the station, because we know management doesn't do that. When you get asked about your background, Mr. Piscopo, say, my background is colorful.
Yeah.
It is I have a colorful background.
Good. Yeah, you're right. And it's so funny. That stuff that we talk about is 30 years ago, 25 years ago. And it's so good. But again, I have to say this, just full disclosure. Everybody in the race, by the way, particularly on the Republican side, really are quite good, Steve, for the state. I'll tell you that. I will not say anything bad because you got a lot of good people to choose from in this race.
And you got good people on the Democrat. Come on, Joe. Hey, on the Republican side.
Well, I'm disappointed. I'll tell you honestly, Steve Sweeney should be running. And listen, no disrespect to Mr. Murphy. I hear he's a great guy, and I give him all the respect that he's due. Exactly. So, but Steve Sweeney was the guy, man. Iron worker, man of the people. He was the guy. How did that not happen, Steve?
How did that not happen?
I know the answer to it, so maybe we don't go there.
Let's just say things happen in politics, Mr. Piscopo.
Yeah. Oh, yes, especially in Trenton, brother. Woo, man, and you've been there first.
I'm sorry, what was your next question?
Steven, listen, so do you think the Democrats should...
State of Affairs is the show. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. It's all right. Now, what about the Republicans down there and your boy Donald Trump? Oh my God! Oh, I got to tell you this, Steve.
My boy?
We'll let you go. We got to go. But I got to tell you this. I sat down with Stephanie Rule from MSNBC at Fresco's in Montclair yesterday, right? So,
right on Church Street. They love you there. Your picture, everybody loves you.
It's a great restaurant. You know that. It's a great restaurant. Franco, my buddy's there. Anthony Pope's there. Right? Everybody's there.
Hey, Anthony had a grandchild. I saw that.
Yeah. So it's all good. It's all good. But I sat down. I sit down with Stephanie. Man, and we had a great time, by the way. It was a love fest, but in an MSNBC kind of way, where she kind of just nailed it.
What does that mean?
Trump this, Trump that. You're Trump this, Trump that. Can't we just talk about the issues in New Jersey?
No, because listen, we could talk about the issues, but listen, you went to Florida, and let me tell you something. Trump was having trouble in this campaign until you went to Florida. You introduced him. You energized the campaign. And Frank and Al and everyone at the station, I hold Joe Piscopo responsible for President Trump right now.
But excuse me, did I get invited to the White House? I'm sorry, did I miss that invitation?
Well,
did I get invited to sing My Way at the inauguration? I'm sorry, Steve, did I miss the invitation to that? No.
Joe, I'm not going to say I told you so. All I'm going to say is this. I'm not sure that the people in the White House appreciate our kind of people, working class ethnic types, who put it on the line. You're loyal to a fault, Mr. Piscopo. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, Steve, we love you, man. State of Affairs. It starts tomorrow on PBS. Stephen, we will be watching, and we always appreciate you jumping on. And God bless it. Love to your family, Stephen. All the very best to you, my friend.
Listen every morning. Love you guys.